Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, before we begin, the new intro is just a sample I found. I just add my title to it, into it, and add music onto it. So, it wasn't too hard to make. Give me a couple, a minute or two to find the best looking one. It's on one of those apps for a free trial. So, I needed to make a new intro because my old one, I don't want to continue to get no copyright claims on my channel. So hopefully this one works out for me. So let's continue on our what if. Oh, and before we begin, I wanted to do another part of this one real fast so I could start working on my my ice deku, my Jack Frost. My ice deku basically. I had this I. I had this next part in my head all day long, so I didn't need to get this out of here so I could stop thinking about this one and start thinking about my other one. So, this is What If Deku is a Dragonkin Part 4. As we cut to the conversation from the last part, as Izuku is flying above in the sky looking down on this Bahamut character, this Dragonkin, as he's he's observing him, see if he's gonna have to take him down. As he finally opens his mouth, was it Bahamut, was it? Clearly, you're mistaken. For some reason, you think we've met each other. I've never met you in my life. I would I would strictly remember met someone that looks like similar to me. As Bahamut flies up, as he's like, "No rush, my friend. Everything will you will remember everything like I said once you shift for the first time, Anubis. I'm going to tell you this and tell you this once. My name is not Anubis. My name is Izuku Tosama." Bahamut gets a decent close to Izuku as it's like, don't you ever lower yourself to their standards. Sorry, don't you ever lower yourself to their standards and use their names. These disgusting creatures, these insects, you are far above them. After all, we are dragonkin, and they're nothing. As Ezekiel's getting a little irritated, but as he knows, as Ezekiel's, trying to keep his composure, because if because of their first clash, Izuku knows that he's far above him in power. If he took it serious, Izuku knows that he would lose that fight. Moham is ranting on about the humans as he's like, speaking of the worms, speaking of the insects, the vile, what the hell are you thinking? Giving giving the humans magic. Giving them what? Magic doesn't exist. You're clearly off your rocker. I don't know what's worse. You giving them magic or you... Sorry guys, give me a second here. You gave them magic subconsciously. It's fucking maddening that you give such gifts to these maggots. Look at what they've done with your gift. Chaos. Murder. Only using your magic for self-interest. Not a single one of them has used your magic properly and with respect. They're blatantly disrespecting you right now. I'll be damned I'm gonna let these creatures almost... I'm not... Sorry, guys. I'll be damned to let these creatures do what you did centuries ago. I will cleanse this world of their filth before I let them use you as a fucking battery for magic. You are you don't understand the importance of our species that you are. As Izuku's visibly confused, he's still confused. And Umpa and Bahamut has no clue of Melissa's shield. She's the only one so far has been using the magic correctly. She's just studying it, trying to get better at it. She's not using it to rob banks or kill people. She's learning how to use her new skill. Even millions of centuries later, you're still making a goddamn same mistake that almost got you killed the first time, Anubis. Your love for these creatures will be the death of you, and I'll be damned I'm gonna let that happen. As as Bahamut sighs, breathing heavy, as he's like, I know, Anubis, you can't remember right now. But everything will come clear once you fully remember your past self, your past life. As Izuku, what do you mean past life? It's simple, Anubis. You've been reincarnated as me as well. Welcome back. As Izuku says, continue. As as he's continuing his little talk with this dragonkin. Now, he's not totally blank, but he's been remembering through his paintings. He paints images from his past constantly, or draws. Simple, you're the reincarnation of Anubis. We've had many battles. We have a long history, my friend. We've been a lot of things. We have been enemies. We have been rivals. We have been friends. We've actually been brothers at the end. Not related, of course. Because of our kinship, we've actually stopped a war between our two clans that's been going on for centuries. Before our untimely death, after all our people struggle being enslaved. And what did the dragons do? Nothing. The whole fucking time. No. Can't interfere, that would hurt their precious humans. While those disgusting humans were siphoning you like a fucking battery, those so-called dragons, our guardians, didn't lift a fucking finger. As he's steaming up with fire, as he's pissed. After I had enough of their unaction, I took control. I gathered enough of my kin, several villages, rescued, and freed you. Then we single-handedly began to free our species from these humans. And guess what the dragons did? They protected their little precious little creatures. It's sickening. And what we did next was most likely a futile error on our part, but we had no choice. We had to wage war against dragons and humans. And unfortunately, we lost that battle. We knew full well we weren't going to survive. So you came up with a little plan. Cast a curse on both of us. So we would reincarnate after each life. And by miracle, we've actually reincarnated on the same realm, on the same planet. The chances are mind-boggling. And once you regain your memories, your power will be added to ours, and the humans will be obliterated from this realm, from this world and many others. As Izuku, what you mean? You said R. You honestly think that I'm acting alone? Several our kin wants revenge. Hold the fuck up. I have no intention of why genociding the whole species. Even though they're worms, they're beneath me, but I'm not into that. But I'm not throwing the idea out that I am a reincarnation. That's a good possibility. So I won't rule that out just yet. This whole magic thing, oh, it's foreign to me, but once I get the hang of it, once I figure out how to use it, how it works, I will deal with it accordingly. Ezekiel has been gone for a while, so his mother has come searching for him. As you know, Inko gave Ryoko, or yeah, whatever, the little device. Inko and Ryoko come in the clearing as Ryoko sees her son talking to some guy. They're on the ground by now. They're talking as her instinct kicks in, attack, protect Izuku. She has she did it some she just does it naturally because she gets a weird vibe from this dude. As Inka rushed forward, blasting a whole lot of fire as Bahamut had to jump backwards. As Ryoko gets in a fighting stance in front of Izuku. You're not hurt, son, are you? As Izuku's like, no, I'm not, Mom. I'm fine. As she gets her attention back to the person in front of her. What is your business with my son? If I don't like what I'm hearing, I'm taking you down. After my wife, after my wife roasts you. It seems that our reunion has to be cut short here, my friend. As he flies up. Give you some free advice, my friend. Don't trust the humans. Humanity will betray you. As he's still floating in air, by the way. As he's like, when the moment you become weakened, that they can't control you, they'll betray you. They'll always betray. That's in their nature. It's only a matter of time before these humans find out where this magic is coming from. And they won't have your best interest at heart, my friend. There is a war coming. And be on the right side. Anubis, I would hate to have to kill you. It would sadden me greatly. As he puffs up in flames as he disappears. Inko latches onto Izuku. As Izuku, can you please let me breathe? As she's like, no, not after tonight. You're not gonna get very far from me. We're going home now. As they both walk through the clearing to the car. As Inko's not leaving him out of his sight once. As Reiko's thinking, and in her mind, she's thinking villain. That's all she's thinking. Well, that's how she gets the gist of what's going on. As she's like, I want to know exactly what you two talk about. As she's like, fine, Mom, I'll tell you. As he tells her the story of everything that happened. And she's like, she doesn't know what to think about the whole reincarnation thing. That's another issue she's gonna have to figure out eventually. But she's like, I'm gonna have to report this to Nezu. And how you described his attitude during your encounter, he's a fanatic. He's dangerous. There's nothing there's nothing worse than a fanatic. As Izuku walks in his door, as he's like, yeah, I'm done for today. As Inka's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to my room, Mom. You kind of need to let go of that death grip you got there. I'm not going nowhere, Mom. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm really exhausted after today, just mentally. There's a lot of things I'm going to have to think about. As they're trying to get information, while Inko's trying to get information out of him, he's like, Mom, for the first time I met someone that looked like me and ends up he being a freaking crazy ass. He's being a, and apparently the only person that looks similar to me is a freaking madman. So, yeah, I'm done for the night. Good night. As he goes off to bed, as Izuku walks in the room, shuts his door, as he goes over to one of his canvases that was covered, as he takes the cover off, as you see a painting that he created, two similar looking to Izuku and Bahamut, fighting a group of large dragons. He's thinking, it's like, but if he's what that crazy ass guy said is true, what happens to me when I regain my memories? Will I exist, or will I be me still, or will I just disappear? And Anubis, this so-called Anubis, uses my body as he wishes. As he flares up, I refuse to be someone's puppet, take over my body and use what he want with it. I won't let that happen. Will decide my fate, not some old crepit old memory that should have been long gone. As he throws the cover back onto the canvas, as he goes to sleep, he was worried about he'll no longer exist if he gets his memories back. But he's still worried about that deep down. Small pause in the story. It, yeah, nothing will major will happen. He'll just gain the memories of his past life. And his goals might change, it might not. It all depends on where I take the story. So, as we time skip about a day, the next day, as you have Ezekiel in his own little world, thinking, as Mina's trying to get his attention, as Ezekiel's still doing, Mina thinks he's annoying. Mina thinks he's annoying her. As she taps him on the cheek, as that doesn't do anything, she's fine, I'll do it this way then. As she kisses Ezekiel on the cheek, as he jumps out his chair, as Ezekiel's like, what the hell, Mina? As Mina smiles, as she's like, what, you didn't like it? That's not the point. Warn me next time. As he sits back down, so there's a next time, is there? Shut up, Mina. What do you want? Mina's like, fine. I kind of need your help. As Izuki's like, what do you mean, Mina? You know, you know how about feel. You know how hard it has been to keep my control to my quirk after almost killing my mother, during when I was born. I can't, I can't shy around my quirk anymore. I need to learn to have somewhat control for me to go to UA. and some combat training, please? Izuku looks him straight in the eye. You serious? And she's like, yeah, I can't have you, I can't rely on you to protect me all the time. As Izuku's fine. When are you free? And she's like, I know you would say no. And she's like, what? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll warn you, Mina. Just because I'm fond of you doesn't mean I won't. I doesn't mean that I won't. I will baby you. I won't make it easy for you. She gets a smile. She's like, how fond of you? How fond of you of me? As she gets closer, as Ziggy's, I'm done. As he gets up, and she's like, come on. How fond are you of me? Ziggy smiles as he walks. Be by my house 7 o'clock. We'll start your training. Then. Hope you're ready for it, Mina. And she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. As Izuku walks off. As we're going to go to a little, a big time skip, basically, what it's going to be. So, over the years, until the first day of the last year of high school, Izuku and Mina has been training non-stop combat training, get her quirk ready for UA. Now, over the years, Mina has straight up figured out that she actually likes Izuku, but she doesn't know how to tell him. So, yeah, that's the thing. So she doesn't know how to tell him or how he would react because she doesn't want to ruin their friendship. But at the same time, she also wants to see if there's something more between them. Because Mina's been asked out several times by other guys in high school that she's turned down every single one of them. Now, as Izuku is MVP of the whole school, yeah, he's not only that he is the smartest academically, or book smarts, he's also top of the field when it comes to physical stuff. As Izuku's been running for class president from his first year, basically every year in high school, he has been the class president. He's won every little election, and with him was power. You know how that goes. He has the whole school wrapped around his little finger. Nothing happens without him. Nothing happens in that school when it comes to the students that doesn't go by his ear first. As Izuku is just sitting on his, he just got done with the meeting. As Mina comes in, as he's not paying attention to her, as she slops a flyer on the desk. As he looks at it, as he's like, "Cork blast tournament, that thing. Why you put it on my desk, Mina?" Simply, Izuku, I want us to compete. As Izuku's like, what do you mean? I want you to compete with me, Izuku. As Izuku's like rubbing his forehead, and why would I even consider doing something so beneath me? I have a whole lot of work, Mina. I have several papers I need to get filled out to the principal. Then I gotta bring up several events from these ruffians. I have so much work. I really don't have the time to do this tournament. Come on, Izuku, please. As she gives him the puppy dog eye look. As you're evil. Please, this is the best way to gap where I'm at in a real situation like this, the perfect situation to test out my abilities. Fine, Mina. I guess I can move things around. And she's like, thanks. She jumps on Izuku. She's hugging him. And she's like, come on, Mina. This means a whole lot to me, Izuku. Really, it does. Fine. You're so evil, you know that? And she's like, I learned from the best after, we've spent pretty much our childhood together. And I guess you kind of rub off on me a little bit. Don't remind me. So when is this supposed to happen? As it shows the date. Fine, I'll send an application to the principal and get the ball rolling on my end. Our school hasn't been our school haven't really done this Quirk Blast tournament thing before, so I guess it's gonna be a new experience. Cheer up, Izuku. Maybe you'll find someone, worth fighting. I highly doubt that, Mina, but we'll see. I guess it'll be easy tournament to see how you come. And maybe we and it's also a good opportunity to test out our teamwork. After all, we will most likely be in the same school. Izuku's phone goes off as he answers it as, yeah, Mom, I'm about done here. I'll be home soon. As Inko's like, what about Mina? How's she doing? She's fine, Mom. She's right here. As Izuku hands her phone to Mina as they're talking. As she hands the phone back to Izuku, they both hanged up. I don't know what you did to my mother, but she won't stop talking about you, Mina. And what are you two up to exactly? That's Mina's like nothing. As she has a devious smile. As I don't know, I don't like that smile. Oh, it's nothing. Don't don't worry about it, Izu. As don't call me that, please. It's degrading. Cheer up. All right, Fancy Pants. I'll try not to use Izu too much. But that's my little nickname for you. So you better get used to it. As Izuku walks her home, as he walks into his door, as Izuku in his kitchen, just doing some paperwork from school. Some dude he's already done his homework, but he's doing his council, what do we call it, responsibilities. As Ryoko comes home, I figured you would be in bed. As no, Mom, I'm just finishing up some council work I have to do, handing to the principal in the morning. Some extra stuff that was brought to my attention. Idiots. And she's like, I understand you're really into this whole council thing, but don't you think you have a lot on your plate? As it is, schoolwork, council, practice. That's on top of all your martial art classes you've been taking. I know, Mom. Thank you for your concern, but I got everything under control. My schedule's about to open up pretty soon here. I'm gonna have to drop a few things. And she's like, really? Why? Because of this. As he puts the flyer down on the table, it's like, the Quirk Black Chairman, I've been asking you to I've been asking you to be in that for years. What's the sudden change, son? As Ryoko sits down next to Izuku. It wasn't my idea, Mom. It was Mina's. She wants to test her strength, I guess, and she wants me to be on a team with her. As Ryoko starts laughing, as Izuku's like, what's so funny? I'm not laughing at you, Izuku. It's just hilarious. As Izuku's like, what do you mean? When it comes to Mina, you just do whatever she tells you to do. when it comes to that girl, you're putty. She has you wrapped around her little finger. As speaking of Mina, Izuku, so when are you going to ask her out? As Izuku, what? Drops the pencil, looks up to her confused. What are you getting at, mother? As Rick goes, it's simple, Izuku. I can't believe you can't be this dense. As Izuku, what do you mean? Look back of all the encounters with you and Mina. She's always been nice towards you. Yeah, she's nice towards everyone. She's friendly. As she's like, no. Yeah, she's friendly to other people, but she's more friendly towards you specifically. I've seen her interact with other kids her age, and she acts totally different towards you. Constantly trying to get you to do activities with her and with other people. Sticking by your side, and the fact that the girl hasn't hasn't got into a serious relationship yet, it kid, she likes you. As Ezekiel, what? As he's starting to get, he's a bit understanding. Yeah, there's something there. And sweetheart, I know you very well. You do care for her. It's plainly it's clearly to see. You're just going to have to make a decision, son. Either continue your relationship as it is, or try something different, something more. The girl's scared of the girl is scared of ruining her relationship over this. But you gotta toughen it up, kid. You gotta put yourself out there. If not, you never know. It will always linger in your mind that what it could have been. It's not fair to the girl for you to hold back, stopping her to find the right person. If you're not going to be that person, then you need to let her go. I'm not trying to be a bitch to you, son. I'm just laying it straight. As you, yes, mother, I understand. I'm an idiot. As he closes his book, I have a lot to think about, mother. I'll see you in the morning. As Ezekiel spends the whole night thinking about what type of relationship he wants with this with his friend. Looking back on all the years that he's protected her, and he would always get irritated when she was mistreated. As he wakes up from the middle of the night, as he's like, my god damn it, I like her. Shit. As we're gonna stop it there. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Change my time zones. Now I'm gonna work on the next part. Well, the next part of my next what if, I already told you what I'm gonna do, is my ice deku. My what if deku had a ice quirk called Jack Frost. I'll be working on the next part in a few minutes. So hopefully you get another video. If it doesn't happen, my apologies. It'll get done the next day, but life could, unpredictable and all that stuff. So catch you guys later. All right, bye.